Women have long faced serious gender challenges in society. They not only fight for their rights and recognition, but also overcome invisible and visible barriers. Every day, millions of women around the world still face discrimination in education, employment, and health. What changes are taking place to protect their rights? From domestic violence to body image pressures, women's stories are always complex and multidimensional. Let's explore the gender challenges that women still face today, as well as their relentless efforts in the journey towards equality. 1. Social stereotypes. Women are often rated lower than men in many areas of life, especially in work, study, and social activities. This stems from deeply ingrained notions of gender roles, which make women viewed as weaker and less competitive in the professional environment. As a result, women face invisible barriers when seeking opportunities for advancement or personal development. Gender role discrimination also makes it difficult for women to express themselves. Society often imposes strict standards on them, forcing them to adhere to traditional roles such as taking care of the family instead of participating in social activities or pursuing personal passions. This leads to limitations in their integration, development, and contribution to the community. 2. Inequality in the workplace. The pay gap between men and women still exists clearly in many industries. Despite having the same qualifications, skills, and experience, women often receive lower salaries than men. This not only affects women's financial capabilities, but is also a clear manifestation of gender inequality and discrimination in the workplace. In addition, women are underrepresented in leadership positions and key decision-making roles within the organization. The low representation of women in senior management levels reduces their voice in strategic issues and limits diversity in decision-making. 3. Lack of rights. Women often face great difficulties in accessing necessary health and medical services, especially in rural areas or areas with difficult economic conditions. Many women do not have enough information about available health services or cannot afford to pay for these services. This leads to them suffering from chronic diseases or serious health problems that could have been treated promptly. Furthermore, inadequate or inadequate maternity and leave benefits are a serious problem. Many women are not provided with appropriate maternity leave policies, forcing them to return to work immediately after giving birth. This not only affects their physical and mental health, but also the development and care of their newborn. This lack of support can have long-term consequences for both mother and child, causing stress and difficulty in balancing work and family. 4. Violence and harassment. Women not only face health problems, but also live in fear of domestic violence and sexual harassment. This occurs not only in the home environment, but also in the workplace and public spaces. Many women feel unsafe going out alone and may face stares or harassment from those around them. A lack of protection and support for victims of gender-based violence is one of the main reasons for this. Many women are unaware of support services or feel afraid to report the incident. This creates a vicious cycle in which victims do not receive the help they need, and acts of violence continue to occur without being dealt with. Society needs specific policies and educational programs to raise awareness of gender-based violence and provide support to those affected. 5. Lack of respect in personal relationships. Women are often under great pressure from society to conform to norms regarding marriage and family. In many cultures, women are required to play a caring role in the home and to adhere to expectations of sacrifice and service to their husbands and children. This creates an imbalance in rights and responsibilities in personal relationships. Women may feel forced to choose between their careers and their families, even though they may want to pursue both. Another prominent issue is that women often do not have their opinions and autonomy respected in their romantic relationships. They may be sidelined when it comes to important issues such as finances, children, or the direction of the family. A lack of equality and recognition in personal decisions can leave women feeling restricted in their freedom and autonomy in their personal and family lives. 6. Lack of education and training. In many parts of the world, women still do not have adequate access to quality education. This stems from economic, social, and cultural barriers, which force many girls to leave school early or to not have the opportunity to pursue higher education. A lack of knowledge and skills not only affects women's personal development, but also reduces their ability to participate and compete in the modern labor market. In addition, current training programs are often inadequate to support the development of women's leadership and management skills. This leads to a lack of preparation for women in the skills needed to take on senior management roles or participate in decision-making processes in organizations. Education policies need to be improved to encourage and facilitate women's development, not only in professional knowledge, but also in leadership and management skills, so that they can be more confident in competing with men in all fields. 7. Recognition challenges women's contributions in many fields, from science to the arts, are often overlooked or not properly recognized. In the field of science, many female researchers have made important discoveries, but their names are often not mentioned in articles or conferences. This not only deprives them of career development opportunities, but also creates a message that their contributions are not valuable enough. Similarly, in the arts, many women have created outstanding works but are still overlooked in major exhibitions. The lack of recognition and reward for women's achievements not only affects them, but also reduces diversity in the field. There needs to be platforms to recognize the contributions of women, from award ceremonies to their representation in the media. 8. Body image stress. Women face unrealistic beauty standards, which cause psychological stress and feelings of low self-esteem. Idealized images in advertising and social media often present standards that are difficult for many to achieve, leading to anxiety and depression. Many women may even resort to extreme diets or cosmetic surgery to conform to these standards. The media also portrays an unhealthy image of women, focusing on appearance at the expense of other values, such as intelligence and character. To improve the situation, it is necessary to promote diversity and acceptance of all forms of beauty, encouraging women to love themselves and realize that their value lies in more than just their appearance. At the same time, it is important to educate young people about diversity in beauty and develop self-esteem. Recognizing and fighting for these issues is crucial to achieving true gender equality in society. Change comes not only from recognizing the injustices women face, but also from truly committing to action to remove barriers that have existed for generations. Recognizing is the first step to understanding the nature of the problem. From social stereotypes about gender roles, discrimination in the workplace, to the invisible pressures women face in personal and family relationships. Only when we recognize the importance of challenging and eliminating these stereotypes can women be respected and have the opportunity to develop fully. The fight for gender equality is not only the responsibility of women, but also the responsibility of the whole society. including men, governments, and social organizations. We need to create an environment where women have the freedom to express their views and are respected as equal partners in all aspects of life. Improving education, ensuring fairness in the workplace, and enabling women to develop leadership capacity are core elements to achieving this goal. In addition, the fight for gender equality also requires legal and policy changes. Governments and international organizations need to enact and enforce measures to protect women's rights, ensuring that everyone is treated fairly, regardless of gender. At the same time, raising awareness in the community, from families to schools, is extremely important to build a society where traditional norms and values are no longer barriers to women's advancement. In the context of globalization and the continuous development of society, the role of women in all fields is becoming increasingly important. Therefore, continuing to raise awareness and fight for gender equality is not just a short-term goal, but a long-term process, requiring patience and continuous efforts. Only when fairness and mutual respect between the two sexes can society develop sustainably, bringing happiness and prosperity to everyone. Thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully the information and stories we share have given you a deeper insight into the gender challenges that women are facing. If you find the content useful, don't forget to like and leave a comment below. We look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next interesting videos. Together, we can make a change. Thanks, and see you again.